It's time to party in the Terra Luna Classic community because we just got a massive Terra Luna Classic burn that came from Binance. Let's talk about it. Terra Luna Classic right now up 2% on the day. We are just on the teetering edge of dropping to zero here, but we're still holding strong. See, our 24-hour trading volume is fairly low to what it used to be. Right now, about $27 million. Now, what we did receive was the Binance burn. You guys can see Binance is now burned just shy of 32 billion Terra Luna Classic. You can see the Binance burn that came in just yesterday, coming in at about 1.2 billion Terra Luna Classic. So a still significant Terra Luna Classic burn. It's obviously a little bit less than what we've seen before, but you can see on their page, they ended up updating for the different batches, and you can see that batch came in right here with that amount. So it's definitely a nice Terra Luna Classic burn. It's not small by any means. It's still fairly significant compared to what everything else is burning. For Terra Luna Classic right now, Binance is still obviously a leading burner of Terra Luna Classic, and they're actually gaining share. You can see used to be closer to about 50% of the burns were from Binance. Now it's closer to about 60% of all burns are from Binance. Now, when we do take a look at the trends of Terra Luna Classic burns, you can see in the past, we have definitely seen more significant Binance burns at these different points, and this burn is smaller than what we've seen before. However, it's still a nice Terra Luna Classic burn where we are helping support the Terra Luna Classic burn. We have now passed, just barely passed, but we passed the 55 billion total Terra Luna Classic burn, which is another major milestone for our community. I know we all want to see trillions of Terra Luna Classic burned, right? Like, who doesn't want to see that? But the reality is we have to first crawl, then walk, then run. And for us right now, burning billions of Terra Luna Classic every single month, even if it's just over 1 billion Terra Luna Classic burned every single month combined between Binance and everything else, that is still a win for the Terra Luna Classic community. You can see the dollar value of what Binance burned was still $150,000, which is more than the vast majority of people hold in Terra Luna Classic. So the burn is good. It's not quite what we want to see. We want to be seeing millions of Terra Luna Classic burned every single month, but this is still a large Terra Luna Classic burn. And if you want to be kept up to date on all the future Terra Luna Classic burn, make sure you guys subscribe down below so you don't miss another important video updating you on the Terra Luna Classic burns. Make sure you guys look forward towards the future. As you can see behind me, we could potentially have Terra Luna Classic hit 1 cent if we can continue to increase our burns and continue to increase our market cap potential. See, we don't have to go crazy right off the bat. As you can see right above me here, we can start small and build our way up for the Terra Luna Classic volume. That then's going to help support the Terra Luna Classic burns. We can burn more and more Terra Luna Classic, especially if different utilities come into our ecosystem. If we get hundreds of utilities burning Terra Luna Classic on a weekly or monthly basis, we can see this Terra Luna Classic burns absolutely skyrocket, and our market cap would have to go up pretty nice for this to happen. But if we can get the volume, get the utilities, get a large community behind Terra Luna Classic, something resembling Dogecoin or something like that, and we go into a bull market, it's possible that Terra Luna Classic could hit a $40 billion market cap. Now, of course, that would require a lot of things to go right before that happens. But again, that's why we need to start now. Start building now so that we can get to there in about 2 years, which is massive gain potential. You're looking at basically 100x almost for Terra Luna Classic if we can make that happen, right? So it's definitely worthwhile to be able to get 100x even if it takes 2 years. That is insane return potential. So we just need to make sure that we continue to move forward and we start compounding our Terra Luna Classic burns, our volume, growing our community, and making Terra Luna Classic an appealing blockchain again. We've been struggling the past couple months, but that doesn't mean we're done. That doesn't mean Terra Luna Classic is over. Terra Luna Classic still has an opportunity to make a strong comeback and show everyone that the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem did not die back in May of last year. I think it's really important for us to look towards the future of the Terra Luna Classic burns where we can actually achieve a 99% Terra Luna Classic burn. It's not going to happen this month. It's not going to happen tomorrow. We're not going to burn that much Terra Luna Classic right now, but we can build out the systems that way that can happen over time once we can achieve parity, hopefully in a couple months, and then we can have different utilities come into our ecosystem and support Terra Luna Classic. If you want to learn more about that potential for Terra Luna Classic, check out this video up here, and I'll catch you on the next one.